Have you ever wondered how crypto YouTubers make their price predictions? I wondered how is it that all these crypto YouTubers can make these price predictions and we never really go back and look and see how it fared. So I had this really cool comment from, let me see if I can pull this up here, make sure I give credit where credit is due. I had this cool comment from Rational Evidence. Rational Evidence, if you're out there, man, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. And he said, hey, man, a cool video idea. You've been YouTubing for a while. You covered a few projects. Why don't you go back in time, review everything you looked at, and maybe give us an update. Let us know how you did. And I was like, man, that's actually a kind of a scary idea, right? Because my whole YouTube brand is based around me doing deep research. And I never claim that I'm like the end all be all, but you know, it'd be a little embarrassing if it ended up that all my predictions were trash. But I was like, all right, fair enough. So that's what we're doing today. We're looking at No Autopilot, Crypto Influencer, some of the top 6 projects that I've covered in the year 2021, and how they fared. Because I think it's only fair to hold me accountable and for you guys to kind of know how this whole back end of crypto YouTuber things work. So cool. I have been in the YouTube crypto game since I think April 2021, and I put out a few videos. One of my best calls, and this is in the tiptoe of 2022, okay? But I'm putting it in there to give myself a little bit of a pat on the back and keep a little bit of positivity while it lasts, because it may not last. But I put out a review, I think it was yesterday, on Shinobi, Shinja token. And last time I checked, that sucker has had quite a run up. All right, sucker's up 54% as of today. So I just happened to luck into that one. That was from the community. They asked that we review that token. We took a look at it and it looked awesome. So I went ahead and I actually picked up a little bit yesterday. And yeah, it's not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Now, on the opposite flip side of that, this is where my crypto YouTube journey started. Okay, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that I was a big SafeMoon channel in the beginning. Like, one of my largest videos of all time, I think it did like 50,000 views or something like that, was my price prediction of SafeMoon going to a penny in the year 2021, which was a little bold. It was a little bold. Yeah. So I ended up selling my SafeMoon tokens, just like chat says. Defund dice. Sell. Yeah, man. I sell SafeMoon too. I'm out of it. But at the time, so hold on, let me pull this thing up here. I got 2 monitors, so if I'm bouncing around, that's kind of what's happening. This one. And is it this one? All right, here we go. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up before. All right, so on April 20th, I was like, hey guys, you know what's a hot token? You know what's a hot token out there? You take a look at SafeMoon. And you're probably wondering, when was April 20th? Well, if you zoom into this massive peak up here, I think it's right. It's right there. It's right there. So, just going to show you, you need to make sure you're being careful when you're listening to crypto influencers, because the most of us, we don't know what the hell's happening either, right? We're doing our due diligence. We're kind of giving us our best guesstimate, but at the end of the day, we have no idea. So that ended up being my worst call of 2021. And I ended up selling, I don't know, all the way down here. And I ended up losing, I think, $2,000-$3,000. But that was kind of my genesis story. Because I didn't really know much about research. And after I lost a bunch of money here and I seen other people making money in crypto in 2021, I poured my heart and soul into finding out how the heck can I go ahead and try and get ahead of the curve and research these things properly before aping it. So, painful lesson, yes. Costly, yes. But for what it's worth, Ended up learning a lot. So let's talk about the next one. I called right. My first video talking about purchasing Axie Infinity was July 16th. At the time, let's see if we can pull it up here. Boop, boop, boop. We got to go down this massive slope that you see here. So at the time, it was $18.46 a token. And that sucker ended up rallying all the way up to 160. And now I think it's flattened out around, what, 75 bucks today. And this was one of the tokens, post Safe Moon, that I did a lot of research on. And so it was pretty cool to see this thing do well. But yeah, I mean, I think for transparency's sake, so what do we have so far? So Shibnobi, meme coin, could go to 0. Called it. So far it's up 50%. Just pure luck. Safe Moon, thought I was a rock star. Bought it here. Told other people to buy it here. And then it crashed down to earth. And I sold and lost a couple grand. Axie Infinity, I said, hey guys, this thing looks hot. July 16th. How many views? 600 views. Despicable. And that sucker ended up rallying up. So we have a little bit of give and take. Now, the next one that I called wrong. Look at this handsome devil. The next one I called wrong was Veracity. So if you didn't know, I did this whole review on Veracity. It's one of my videos. I actually did okay. 4,000 views or so. And the technology seems super awesome. Okay, they were going to give away for gamers, especially in esports, to earn crypto from doing tournaments and playing online. They were going to help advertisers kind of sift through a whole bunch of fake clicks on videos that they have to pay advertising money towards, even though there's no one behind it actually watching the ad. But my big problem with the sucker was that the founder wasn't doxxed. And so I was like, no way, Jose. I'm not putting my money on that. No, thank you. I don't want to be safe mooned all over again. And so Veracity, let me pull up the chart here. What'd we do? What'd we do with Veracity? All right. So that was July 19th when I called this thing. Where's July? July 19th. So I was like, forget it. Don't buy it. It's terrible. I hate it. 0.008. It peaked up here to 0.08. And now it's kind of flatlined here around 2 cents. So I called it wrong. And it just goes to show you, like, you can do all the due diligence in the world, but if a project has marketing pumping into it, even if they're not following through on what they say they're going to do, even if their founders aren't doxxed, like, there's still money to be made in chasing some of these tokens. Let's see. What else did I call? Oh, yeah, all right. So this is a project that none of you guys are going to care about. And it's one of those deep tech type things that really go over people's heads, and unless you're within that circle and you're really like into DAOs and stuff, it just isn't going to hit your radar. It's not going to do it for you. But I covered this thing back in July 21st, 800 views, and I was like, Door Factory seems cool. So from what I remember, they're going to create a DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization, where if you own a token, you can use it for voting within protocols to manage them and revenue share and all that. But they were going to do it as a service. So like any up-and-coming crypto project, if they don't know how to create a DAO or manage a DAO, then they would pay Dora Factory to go ahead and do it. So to me, it sounded pretty sweet. I covered that video, what was it, July 21st. July 21st, where are you at? Oh, my bad. On the day chart. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. We're getting there. July 1st. Okay, so I covered it. At that point, it was around, what, 441. And that had a nice little rally up at one point. It was worth 26 bucks before the dip. And then even now, it's worth twice that. So $9.62. So they're doing a lot of cool stuff when it comes to launch pads and airdropping tokens and for early contributors and all that cool stuff. But again, one that I called pretty much right. pretty much right. So I guess wrapping this whole thing up, don't trust crypto influencers. I thought it was a good idea to buy SafeMoon at the top and then tell thousands and thousands of people to do the same thing. And in my mind, like, I thought that was a reasonable thing to do at that point in time. But in addition to that, sometimes we're helpful. Like when I called Axie Infinity on July 16th and only 600 people watched it, and probably even less of them bought the token after that. So it just goes to show you, make sure you're taking in a couple different pieces of information prior to go ahead and YOLOing in and aping in with your hard-earned money. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and do a little plug. You know I'm the king of tabs, and I had to pull up this video. I'll link it through YouTube after this, but if you want to know the structure that I use to go ahead and research projects and try and increase the likelihood that I'm going to land on something that does well, I have this video out. Not that many people have watched it. I think it's one of my best videos, personally. But I go through how to find 100x altcoin cryptos, including the tools. And I link all the tools down here. I have timestamps so you can jump around. And so if you want to go ahead and kind of add some research tools to your repertoire prior to go ahead and YOLOing into things, this video may be able to help. So, let me see. I think that's all I got. I want to give another shout out. Hold on. I want to give another shout out to this guy here. Rational Evidence. This is a cool video to make. Again, I was super afraid that all my picks were going to be terrible and that my entire pretty much last year was just, futility trying to call things that didn't pan out. But we had a couple good picks. We had some bad picks too. But we had a couple good picks. So, yeah, I think that's a video. So unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about, just kind of a chill stream, just kind of like hanging out today, I'll give you a couple seconds, hit it up in the comment section, and if not, I'll download this video, tweak it, and get it uploaded on the channel here probably in about an hour. So we'll give it a second.